John is the full and uncut interview where he explains what he went through and why to achieve a complete tattoo transformation. If you are planning a cover-up or rework of a problem tattoo, you might wish to listen to what John had to say before taking any action. Solving problem tattoos with cover-ups or tattoo fixing is not necessarily straightforward, but John did everything correctly and his honest interview is worth a listen.
Yeah, so if you sort of prompt me then, mate, what you want, what sort of topic, you know, so whether it's sort of, whether we're starting with, you know, 2.5 years ago I came into the studio, or, you know, how do you want me to start off?
You just started, didn't you? 2.5, what was that again?
Yeah, 2.5 years ago, coming into the studio, wanted a tattoo of my dad as a portrait. And then basically from there, you've done a beautiful portrait on my back. Everyone was amazed with, and that just highlighted the paw tattoo that I had on my arm.
Tell me about this tattoo on your arm. You saw its paw. Now that sounds to me like you're not happy with a tattoo that was on your arm. You've just said to me it's a paw tattoo. Describe to me what a paw tattoo feels like.
It was not the case that I didn't want a tattoo. I did want a tattoo. I wanted a dragon on my arm, and unfortunately sort of went down the route of not looking into the whole thing properly. So I got a guy in that my wife knew, a kid at school, because she works in a school, that his dad had this guy came round and done a tattoo for him, and he's supposed to be really good. So he came round and done this tattoo, and yeah, it was nothing like I sort of thought it ought to be, and it was always something that I wasn't, you know, overly happy with, and I then went somewhere else, had a chat with them, and they said that they could do different bits and pieces on it and make it look better and sort of, you know, enhance it a bit more and what have you, and just dug a deeper hole really. So then you're left with something. I mean, I don't know, it'd be like with a woman, you know, with expectations of a boob job, and she's gone in with, you know, a couple of spaniels ears, expecting to come out with something, you know, absolutely fantastic, and just a total letdown. You know, it's not at all what she was expecting.
So you got something you weren't expecting then?
Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting, because what he showed me was actually quite a lot different to what I actually ended up with. So it wasn't like, you know, not in the respect of he showed me a dragon and I ended up with a lily or something like that, but the picture that he showed me that he felt that he could achieve was nothing like what he achieved.
What tattoo have you got now? What is it now?
It's what I was, well, far and beyond the dreams. It's
what I'm really referring to is something slightly odd here.
Mm.
You wanted a dragon, you got a dragon, you didn't like the dragon, and you've got a dragon again.
Yeah.
Now, could you actually word that for me? Imagine I'm not even here, that you're talking to a camera on its own.
Right. Yeah, what I wanted was something more, I don't know, you know, Japanese art. That type of dragon, something that actually, you know, you can look at and it's mystical, rather than just almost like a rubber stamp just slapped on your arm. It's this, you know, what I've got now feels alive on my arm, and it's something that I'm very proud of. It's you know, what I feel is proper Japanese and Oriental artwork.
Okay, so you got rid of a dragon and you got a dragon.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's bizarre? I mean, surely if you had a dragon, you'd just leave it alone and having a dragon.
Yeah, but it depends whether you're happy with that dragon, and I wasn't. And with what else was added to it, just sort of, you know, just compounded the issue basically.
Okay, you went through a process, and I actually filmed you last year talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
That process was a bit like the 12 tasks of Hercules. Could you give me an idea of what you went through again, please? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, first of all I came in and, you know, was looking to get it covered up. You looked at it, took one look at it, as a professional tattooist and said there's no way on earth that you can do anything with that other than to do it properly, get it lasered back, and then to go over the top with something decent. So I think it ended up with quite a few laser sessions. Exactly how many? I think it was about 14 or 15 laser sessions to get it back down to a workable level for you to actually achieve something of the quality that I've got now.
Any regrets on that?
No, none at all. No, it's quite the only thing that niggles you is, if I'd had it done bloody well properly in the first place, I wouldn't be going through all this shit. So that was my fault, nobody else's. So but to come in and and talk to you and to get your professional opinion as a professional tattoo artist that's been in the game for 25 years, you've got to listen to someone who knows what they're bloody talking about. The other nice thing is you go into the laser room and you actually have someone doing the lasering who knows what the bloody hell they're doing. Someone who's actually taken her time to go and get proper medical certificates and all this, that and the other, so that they're doing the job properly. So the whole thing was done very professionally.
Did I pay you to say that?
No, not at all, mate, not at all. But I'm very much the sort of person that, after something like that would not be rushing into anything again. So after making that mistake of having something done that didn't come out how I would have liked it, I wouldn't have gone rushing into something else willy-nilly.
What are the benefits that you have found from your new image? Let's just say, are there any benefits to having changed it? For instance, things that you might not have expected that have occurred?
I think, confidence-wise, you don't tend to sort of, perhaps keep a jumper on a hot day and all this, that and the other to sort of not show it off, because what happens is, where it was, always there would be a little bit of the tattoo showing underneath my sleeve or whatever, and someone saying, oh, you've got a tattoo, let's have a look. And every time you lift your sleeve up to show someone, you're sort of embarrassed and sort of, you can see in their faces, oh, what a shit tattoo. And it just, it just over the years, it just sort of, makes you want to just hide it and not really be proud of what you've got on your arm, which I think anyone has tattooing done wants to be proud of what they've got, and they want to show everyone else how proud they are. So any occasion now, I whip my tattoo out and show people exactly what I have got, and also show them what I had before, and it's unbelievable, the transformation.
Do you get positive comments?
Oh, definitely, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And it's funny, with even people that haven't had any tattooing done at all, can see and admire the fact that it's been done very, very well, and they knew what I'd had previously, and kindly, not sort of said, oh, what a shit tattoo, but you can see it in their face. But they said the same, to go through what you've gone through was well worth it for what you've got now, and it's nice, I know that, but it's nice to also hear it from other people.
What is the difference between the two dragons? Because obviously I'm going to put the pictures up to show people.
Yeah.
But you lived with it for a long time.
I know.
What are the differences that people should be drawn to? They'll see the difference. In a picture they'll see it.
Yeah, they should be able to see it.
Could you define it for them? Well, because they'll see it, they want you to tell them.
The first one I had looked like a kid had drawn it. And there was no definition in it, there was no proper hard detail in it. I mean, it's quite funny, because I said to me missus, she said, well, it wasn't that bad, was it? And I said, well, you tell me what's what on it then, Barb. And she pointed to the tail and said, well, that's quite obviously its head, and this is quite obviously its tail. So she got it completely the wrong way round from what it was, so that was just her talking about it, and she'd seen it right from the day it had been done. One looks like a kid's drawing that's sort of been coloured in badly, and then what I've got now looks, a million times better. It's much more professional. It's got some really, really nice detail to it. It's something that you can keep looking at and finding different bits. It's like looking at a nice piece of art on the wall. You know, you can look at that and you can see different bits that you never saw the last time you looked.
Is Barb herself aware of a difference?
Oh, blimey, yeah, big time. Yeah, she wasn't sure what was, you know, what we were going to end up with at the end of it. She's not one for tattooing. She's got no tattoos. She's got no desire to get a tattoo, but she understood that I wasn't happy with it. So it was nice that there was actually an answer to get things sorted out.
Is she pleased for you?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she noticed, you know, some of the t-shirts that I never used to wear that had shorter sleeves that I am now wearing. So, you know, to actually show it off and to be very proud of what I've got.
If somebody had a problem tattoo, a tattoo they had a problem with,
right,
what should be their best course of action from your point of view? I'm not selling me, by the way.
Right.
I don't want you selling Woodie's Tattoo Studio. It's nothing to do with us.
Well,
it's just that there are people out there. The reason why we're doing this is you're talking as an advocate for them now.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can only go on my own experience though, Woody. You know, all right, I'm not selling Woody's Tattoo Studios. I mean, you know, I've got shares in the company, but at the same time, you know, if someone does me a good turn, I'll be more than happy to sing their praises as much as someone's done me a bad turn. But
yeah, but you see, the thing is I'm now talking about people out there in Australia.
Right, okay. Well, I would, you know, definitely do your homework. You know, there's computers out there now. You can go on the home page and find out about different people, this, that and the other. Recommendations is always great. Go somewhere that knows what they're talking about. Go somewhere that you can talk to somebody and explain to them what you've had done, what's the answer. I mean, you know, the whole setup here, you can see as you walk in the door that you've got a passion for what you do. It's a very professional setup. You're on a high street, for crying out loud. You know, you're not down some back alley or working out the back of a van. You know, first impressions do count.
But it seems to me that a lot of people having a tattoo for the first time have got a simplistic approach to it.
Yeah, well, are they actually going in and talking to the people, and is the tattoo artist talking to them and trying to work with that person? It's like I said to you before, when we've come in, you know, I don't see this as my tattoo, it's our tattoo. You know, we've worked together right from the start. You've nurtured me all the way through. You know, we kept talking to each other about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and all this, that and the other. So at no time through this whole experience have I been blindfolded. I've always known at what stage we're at and what needs to be done and how we're going to achieve it at the end of it.
Do some people interfere with that process?
I'm sure there'll be you know, friends and acquaintances or whatever that's, oh, you don't need to do that, you can do this, you can do that. Look at tattoo fixers. You know, that's a prime example, I think, of, you know, if you've got your heating, the heating's just broken down, your boiler's packed up. Do you go down to Bob down the road, comes around and she said, oh, look, anything's going to be better than what I've got. So he sticks a great wardrobe in front of your boiler, gives you a fan heater and a kettle, so then you've got your hot water and your heating. Or do you call out the professional, the gas engineer that comes and fixes your boiler, so you've got proper central heating and proper hot water. One costs a bit more than the other, but the end result is you got what you wanted.
Are you having fun with tattooing? Did you, or put it another way, was tattooing not fun? Is it fun? Is it now? Was it then? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm sort of saying, you know, because I think tattooing should be fun.
Yeah. I've got to admit, I mean, when it was done at home, you know, you just sat there and just sort of, you know, just went through the process. But when you come in here, it's an experience. You know, it's the ambience of the place. You know, you've got nice banter with the guys. Different people are coming in. But what is lovely is knowing that you're coming in and it's getting done properly. So when you go home after a session here, you're chuffed to bits with what you've achieved. So that's, it's not a bad experience. I've never regretted having a tattoo. I mean, my kids have both had tattoos and they've both come here and had them done properly. Kerry unfortunately made the mistake of listening to a friend at work. Oh, go down there, I'm booked in, you can have yours done as well. And she came here and had lasering, and now she's chuffed to bits with what she's got after you. You've done what you had to do. But no, it's a nice experience, especially here.
Are people sometimes led by, as you just said, it's a lovely experience. It's lovely, but you paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
And I think some people take that into consideration.
But it's like everything in life, Woody, isn't it? You do get what you pay for. There'll be people flying abroad, plastic surgery and all this, that and the other, goes horribly wrong. Don't get anywhere, anything that they've expected, come back with wounds and this, that and the other, and then they go to Harley Street and expect them to put everything right. Every business can be good or bad.
You're not advocating throwing money at a problem, are you?
Well, throw money at it if it corrects it properly. It'd be nice if the thing is, in an ideal world, everyone would have a perfect tattoo and no one would ever need lasering and everyone would be chuffed to bits. That's ideal. We're not in an ideal world, but the nice thing is there's a way out of having a tattoo that it might not be a bad tattoo, it might be one that you're not happy with, it might be a tattoo of an ex or something like that and you just want it gone. There is an avenue to go down to have it done properly without having it smothered with black ink and looking even worse than it did before. So if you want it done properly and you want to be happy, very happy with the end result, you've got to go through that pain and you've got to pay for it. You can't have an extension built on your house free of charge. If it extends your house, you can't go from driving a 500 quid piece of shit to a Ferrari without paying for it. Everything in this world is what you want out of it, isn't it? And how far you're prepared to go for that.
Are you gaining regret, redemption, remorse, hatred, or pleasure, fun, enjoyment? How do you stand on your tattoo now?
Oh, fun and enjoyment, definitely. The other thing is, when you first go, and are we timed out?
Yeah.